Hello and greetings, English Atheist here. I just decided to turn on my webcam and see what comes spewing out my gob today. Um, what will come spewing out my gob today? Well, I think we're going to take a not a close look, but Islamics and Christians. What do they have in common? Well, what they have in common is they have a sadistic, misogynistic, mass murdering, genocidal, infanticidal, homophobic, and misogynistic God, which they call Yahweh. And also, this is the God of the Jews, the God of Abraham, the one that Abraham invented while sitting on top of a mountain, basically. Probably blitzed out of his brain on some mushrooms or something. Because that's about the only way I can think of anybody would come up with a God, is if they were completely stoned out their brains. Mind you, I also have this problem, is I think the only way anybody can believe in a God is if they're completely out of their skull. Now, since I know that most of these people aren't on drugs of some sort, we have to put it down to limited intellect on a lot of them. And the ones who are intelligent, who do have some grasp of reality, but still insist on having imaginary friends, we have to put it down to mental illness. So, that's the reason why you're believers, is because there's something wrong inside your heads. Because if you've ever really read your holy handbooks, that's both the Bible and the Quran, you realise that they are historically wrong, scientifically wrong, and morally completely, totally corrupt. Now, how can we help you, us baby-eating, sinning all the time, hedonistic atheists who hate your God purely because all we want to do is sin and have sex and murder people and be generally nasty people all the time because it's fun? Oh, yes, Darla Canby, what can I do?
You didn't mention no morals, did you?
I did mention that we're atheists and we have no morals whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. I
Yes,
didn't hear that.
you see. And here's that's my daughter, by the way, Darla Canby, who has her own channel on YouTube. Hello, and I'm bringing her up to be as moralist and totally and evil and corrupt as I am, and I don't. Exactly. So, oh, itchy ear. I really shouldn't do that on camera. It doesn't look very good. But anyway, as I was saying, is that this is what we have to contend with, and how can we help you? How can we help you, Bible bashing or Quran reading ragheads, to get it into your completely religion brainwashed heads that what you believe in isn't real? And as I say, I think we can start with your holy handbooks, and we can take a look at, first of all, I'll have a go at the Bible first of all, and I'm not going to quote any scripture or quote any passages, and I'll leave you Bible bashers, to actually go look it up for yourself. Now, what I'd like you to do first of all is open your books to Genesis and then read the account of read the description of the creation, and then flick a few pages forward and read the second account of the creation. Two accounts of the same event that aren't the same. They disagree with each other. Then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go through your Bible with a fine-tooth comb and pick out all the historical events that you think are historical, and then go compare them with real history. This is easier to do with the New Testament, because it contains so much more that we can actually point to and say, that's wrong, 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 that's wrong. That historical date is wrong, that historical date is wrong, that couldn't have happened because, And we know this. Why? Because we're very good at history. There are records, don't you know? Real records. Records that are kept in thousands of places that are by contemporary historians, which is what you Christians don't have for your particular account. And we'll also point out to you, and I know how much you hate this, is that your virgin birth, three wise men, brought up as a normal boy, started preaching at the age of 34 or such, and then died, and then rose again, is not a new story. It's older than Christianity. There are so many different versions of it around that are in the historical records as existing as religious myths before Christianity. This is just another one of the early Christians hijacked and decided to use it for their own particular story. Now, when you know this, is why do you still believe that crap that's in the Bible? Now, you hate-filled worshippers of your so-called peaceful, shit, barbaric religion, Islam. Yes, I'm talking to you, Mr. Raghead. Oh, am I being racist? I think not. I'm not having a go at you because of the colour of your skin. I'm having a go at you because of the contents of your stupid, fucking moronic brain. Get a grip. Now, your religion promotes hate. It promotes hate towards anybody who doesn't believe what you believe. It promotes lying. It promotes cheating. It promotes the abuse of women. Doesn't? You haven't read your Quran very clearly, have you? But anyway, this is not from my own head, but I'll put it here, is that if you go through your Quran with a highlighter and you mark out, just put a line through it, any passage that contains hate speech or homophobia or even xenophobia, very soon you'll find that your Quran is in every single page will have at least 2 or 3 different highlighted marks on it, because that's what your book is, you Islamics. It's full of hate mongering, and it contains as much historical inaccuracies as the Bible does, because they are basically from the same source.
Dad?
Yes, what would you like?
It reminded. Don't you remember when you flipped that weird religious channel once, and it was actually like singing out some passage, and it was actually going on about something to do with something being an animal, and you can kill them if you want.
Oh yeah. She's talking about the Revelations channel that appears on our freebie programs list here. It's an Islamic channel, and it puts out total crap. You know, it pumps it out 24 hours a day, unfortunately. But there you go. It's fun to dip into it occasionally and to take a look and see exactly what kind of crap you poor people are believing and teaching your children. And remember, religion is child abuse. If you're teaching it to your children as fact, you are abusing them, as far as I'm concerned. Oh yeah, they're critical facilities. Your faculties, you're wearing them down until no longer your poor little kids will no longer be able to think, and they won't be able to function in the real world at all. But this is beside the point. I was busy having a go at you Muslims, because I've had a go at you Christians for a little bit. Now, the thing I get from you Islamics is that you try and defend your thing by saying it's full of prophecy. Well, the Christians claim the same thing for their Bible. They also claim that their book is full of prophecy. And it's bullshit, you know, come on. Admit it. It's crap and you know it. You know that it's lies and rubbish, and they just do it to make the stories fit later on. But you Islamics also have this horrible habit of saying, oh, there's scientific information in the Quran. Funny how nobody's found it until after it's happened, if you understand what I mean by that. What I mean is any scientific event or any scientific discovery, you go back and you pore over it and you go, oh, well, that could possibly mean this and this could possibly mean that. Oh, it's in the Quran after all. Well, I could do that with almost any book that contained historical information that was written in a cryptic manner, which is, I mean, you tell me that I don't understand your Quran because I don't read it in the real Arabic, which I have a PM that says that.
Has no real
You know,
point.
yeah, well, as Darla Gambi over there says,
As it
I don't
is
get the poetry, but that's half the problem with it, because it's written as a poem. It's been strained in metaphors and stuff like that, so the words aren't quite straight. You know, the Bible is little better because it's been translated and changed so many times. And here's something that a lot of Christians tend to deliberately forget for themselves is, have any of you Christians out there ever heard of the Borgias? Do you know who they are? Go look them up. Hereditary popes of Rome. And please remember that they had a great deal to do with what you see in print today in your King James Bible, because they edited and re-edited the Bible to suit themselves. Don't believe me? Tough shit. It's a matter of fact. It's a matter of historical fact. These are the same popes, the Borgias, Gregory the something or other, that were around at the time of the Gothenburg Bible, the first printed Bible. Don't you think they had a lot to do with that? No? You don't? Think it was still inspired by an imaginary, supernatural being? I thought you'd say that. There's no getting through to some of you, is there? You're now writing comments, hopefully. Trying to piss me off. But remember, I'm an evil, baby-eating atheist with no morals whatsoever. Well, that's the way you claim. That's what you claim I am. And yet, I've never told a lie. I've never murdered anyone. I've never said anybody's deserving of death just because of what they believe. I don't think you Christians or Muslims or Buddhists even... Oh, and by the way, the reason why you won't really see me making videos against Buddhists is because having a go at Buddhists is a bit like kicking puppies. It's fun, but people frown at you when you're doing it, right? Because they're harmless, But you Christians and you Muslims, you're far from being harmless. You're anti-intellectual, which is, you noticed, right? Which is not good. It's not good at all.
That's why atheists are trolls too.
Oh yeah. We're trolls. We carry out false flagging campaigns, don't we? No. You know. We falsely DMCA people's videos.
It's the other way around.
No. As a matter of fact, all the things that you religious people do, you claim that we do. Which I find most amusing. Because I've never falsely flagged anybody's video, I've never DMCA'd anybody. You can take this, you have my explicit permission to take this face, this image, and do with it what you want. You can use my words, twist them around, because I've got no say over it. I've uploaded it to YouTube, and it now belongs to YouTube, and you have the power and their permission to do with as you will, under the guise of fair use. So you're welcome. But anyway, I'm into 13 minutes now, which is really overrunning my video time, and I think that's about long enough for a rant against you fundy fuckheads, whatever brand of faith that you have decided, you have chosen to follow. Remember that, is you chose your own brand of religion, and you are the consumers of that particular brand of religion, and it's bad for you. It's very, very bad for you. Unfortunately, it's easier to get somebody off heroin than it is to get them off religion. But I digress. All I've really got to say is if you found me offensive, and you found my words offensive, and you found the fact that I swear the fuck all the time at you morons offensive, too bad. And if you really, really, really are offended by anything I say, let me know what it is. I may want to offend you again later. Bye-bye, you fuckheads.